it is now time for the message of Mr. Giorgetti.
Thank you, Fabio. Esteemed panelists, dear participants. I am very glad to introduce this important conference together with the Bank of Italy and the International Energy Agency. While I regret that I am unable to be with you in person today, I want to emphasize how important the topic of today's conference is, not just for our countries, but for the global community. Ensuring an orderly and just energy transition towards net zero is the defining challenge of our time. The energy transition is not merely a technological challenge, but also a social and economic one. It requires rethinking our policies, reorienting financial flows, redesigning and developing infrastructures, and diversifying our supply chains. Promoting an orderly transition is a challenging task. Complexity of decarbonizing of our economies demands careful planning, robust policies and effective incentives to reorient our production and consumption patterns while at the same time using scarce public resources efficiently. This involves leveraging the strength and resources of all economic agents and stakeholders, governments, the private sector, the civil society, and local community. Cooperation among stakeholders is essential to share risks and foster the innovation required for a successful transition. Pathways and strategies for achieving decarbonization must also be carefully crafted to leave no one behind. The energy transition is not just an economic or environmental issue, it is a social imperative. As we advance towards net zero, we must ensure that the benefits are shared by all and that the burdens not fall disproportionately on vulnerable groups or on specific productive sectors. This is the essence of what we mean by a just transition. Promoting a just transition is also a core priority for the Italian G7 presidency, even if it extends far beyond the borders of G7 countries. It is a crucial endeavor that should be pursued worldwide while recognizing countries' different circumstances and starting points. Under Italy's G7 presidency, we have developed a menu of policy options for a just transition towards net zero, which was welcomed by finance ministers and central bank governors and by G7 leaders in June. This menu is a comprehensive set of options to help G7 countries accelerate the transition while tackling its main challenges. These policies are intended to be adaptable, recognizing the diverse contexts in which they are applied. The Italian G7 presidency also focused on another crucial aspect of the energy transition, the diversification of supply of clean energy and of its manufacturing. This is an area of particular importance, and it speaks directly to another emerging global challenge, ensuring resilient and sustainable supply chains in an environment characterized by increasing geopolitical tensions. To this end, we have advanced the implementation of the Resilient and Supply Chain Enhancement Initiative. The aim of this initiative is to provide concrete support to resource-rich developing countries in expanding their manufacturing capacity and in playing a more central role also in the mid and downstream stage of the value chains of clean energy products, focusing in particular on the African continent. To conclude, let me thank the International Energy Agency and the Bank of Italy for having convened this major event. I am confident that this conference will be an important opportunity for a meaningful discussion around the most adequate policies and strategies to be pursued to best promote and successfully manage the decarbonization process we all need to embark on. I look forward to hearing from the panelists on their suggestions and contribution to make the energy transition orderly, but also just and inclusive. I am convinced that promoting a growth-friendly transition to a net zero economy, both domestically and globally, is crucial to further increase public support within our countries as well as international buy-in for climate action. Thank you.